In K-12 schools and districts, being able to respond quickly to an emergency makes all the difference when trying to protect students and staff. Families and communities expect schools to keep their children safe from a range of emergency events like crime, natural disasters, and accidents. Emergencies can happen at any time, and planning for different emergencies can be challenging for schools. A key component of emergency planning is creating an emergency operations plan, or a document that outlines how a school will prepare, respond, and recover from an emergency. The Sioux Falls School District's Emergency Hazard Response Guidelines, Section 3 of the District Emergency Operations Plan, provides guidance for responding to the potential hazards the district might be exposed to. Response guidance follows nationally recognized standards and have been coordinated with the first response agencies of Sioux Falls and Minnehaha County. It is not enough to be proficient in responding to an emergency, as important as that is. The challenge now is to try and assess potential threats and take action to prevent the next emergency or threat event and not merely react to it. This training video will provide employees of the Sioux Falls School District with basic preparedness information. It is incumbent on administrators to ensure that all employees are skilled at preventing emergencies and responding as well. The Sioux Falls School District's Safe and Secure program is based upon 7 pillars. They are policies, practices, and procedures, which are found in the Emergency Operation Basic Plan and 9 sections, which includes the Emergency Response Guide, technology, such as high-definition closed-circuit cameras, facility design, such as access and egress locations, fire alarm and suppression systems, and intercom communication. School resource officers, providing not only security, but campus law enforcement relations. See something, say something, which is the national mantra for citizen awareness and reporting of safety and security concerns. Vigilance and commitment, which is the responsibility of faculty, staff, and students. And finally, culture and climate, which is an institution's environment that ensures that safety and security is foremost in the institution's culture, providing for a climate that encourages participation by all without retribution or attribution. See something, say something. Following slides will provide detail on the security essentials of the district as the responsibility to know and to enforce by all employees. A secured perimeter addresses threats outside the building, often initiated when there are emergency situations taking place in neighborhoods nearby, such as a crime in progress, police activity, or a dangerous animal in the area. Additionally, school employees and volunteers should immediately question anyone on school property, even at the furthest perimeter point, who does not have a visitor's pass and is not accompanied by a school official. Report unauthorized or suspicious activity, ensure staff supervision when students are present, ensure portable radio communication with administration, and no emergency action and medical procedures. Controlling access to school property, buildings, and classrooms is a basic security function and responsibility of school administrators. District Policy ECAB-R, Public Access to Buildings, specifically identifies the primary school entrance and exit will be through the main entrance, door A, at all schools. Any other door must be monitored by a district employee if opened, and only during a school activity. A common violation is piggybacking, or allowing unauthorized access by following an employee through a card reader doorway. Only employees possessing an authorized district ID or pass may enter a facility through a card reader doorway. This is especially true at high schools with open campuses. All perimeter doors should be secured when students are in classrooms or when access from the exterior is not required by students. Any exterior doors that are unlocked during classes should be monitored by a staff member or a school resource officer. Controlling access to school buildings is fundamental to securing the school environment. Enforce all entry and exit is through door A. Enforce only employees may enter through entrances with card readers. And do not allow piggybacking of non-employees through card reader entrances. All Sioux Falls schools are equipped with a camera and buzzer system at their door A. Door A and the camera buzzer system is the next line of physical and perimeter security at our schools. The established visitor entry protocol provides the opportunity for school administrative staff to screen visitors before allowing them to enter into the school's administrative offices. Only allow visitors entrance after recognizing them through the door buzzer camera. Enforce all employees wearing their employee badge. Enforce all volunteers must enter through door A and sign in wearing their issued district ID badge. Do not allow visitor access to the general school population without first checking in with the office. Visitor management and identification is next in the line of security measures. All visitors will be checked in through the Easy Lobby software. Easy Lobby Visitor Management Protocol has been established addressing the procedure for checking visitors in using the software program and provides guidance for addressing circumstances when visitors are flagged by the program, such as sex offenders, criminal background, and those with court-ordered judgments. Visitor Management System Protocol is Section 7, Version 7, May 2019 of the District Emergency Management Basic Plan. It can be found in Insight Emergency Management Plans. Important is that all visitors must be issued and visibly wear a visitor badge while in a school. Emergency communication network has been established to ensure that there is a dependable, reliable, responsive, and redundant means of getting assistance when you have an emergency incident at your facility. Emergency communication network also is designed to alert the district for situational awareness so that no entity inadvertently enters a hazardous environment during an emergency. Social workers, counselors, operational services, and food service employees are at risk during an emergency if they are not alerted to a potential hazard. An emergency can be defined as an event requiring lockdown, shelter in place, evacuation, or a medical need. Ensure you know what the emergency and non-emergency communication guidance is. Always ensure your safety is a priority. Notify 911 when there's an emergency. Then notify your administrative and district leadership. The essential response skills include evacuation, tornado duck and cover, lockdown, run, hide, fight, and shelter in place. The core knowledge and competency in responding for these emergency incidents will provide the premise for response to most other potential emergencies. Can you answer these questions? Do you know where the fire extinguishers are in your building? Do you know where to assemble during an evacuation? If something were to happen right now, where would you assemble? It is essential that, as Sioux Falls School District teachers and staff, you know what to do in the event of an emergency. To assist you, emergency evacuation diagrams are posted in each classroom by the doorways for response guidance. You should also take a few minutes to read the District Emergency Hazard Response Guide, which can be found on Insight at the Emergency Management dropdown. Two decision matrices have been prepared to assist administrators with making decisions and following protocol in the event of lockdown and shelter-in-place emergencies. These decision matrices can be obtained from risk management or found at the emergency management site on Insight. Evacuation is the basic response to emergencies. Knowing what to do, where to go, and accounting for all students, staff, and visitors are elementary to the response. When to evacuate and where to evacuate are decisions that need to be made in the event of an emergency. Not all emergencies require evacuation. For instance, during severe weather, such as a tornado watch or warning, it is safest to remain inside, but sheltered. During a fire alarm, evacuation is necessary. Ensuring not to evacuate into the danger zone, however, is important. Every school must have a designated assembly area where students, staff, and visitors are collected and initially accounted for. Every school must have a designated temporary shelter location, usually at a nearby business or church, where the evacuation can move to and assemble for protection against the elements or in preparation for student and parent reunification. When an evacuation of a school or other district facility is necessary, it is essential that the district emergency network communication process is implemented. The first step is always to alert the school and begin the evacuation process. Depending on the emergency, dial 911 and alert first response agencies. Then notify your building administrator. The administrator of the school will establish incident command and a command post. The administrator will report to the first arriving response agency the emergency situation and provide any other information necessary. Sioux Falls School District staff must consider students, visitors, or staff with special needs when evacuating a building due to an emergency. Ensure you know where elevators are and when you can use them. Know where wheelchair accessibility areas are located. When a fire alarm activation occurs during inclement weather, such as a thunderstorm or blizzard, the fire marshal has granted that administrators may determine to move the student population to a pre-designated safe area in the school, such as the gymnasium. After evacuating and determining that there is no visible or detected smoke or flames, ensure that the first responding fire crew is met and informed of the situation. The National Weather Service provides notification of severe weather watches and warnings. Ensure you know the difference between a watch and a warning. During a watch, make preparations to respond should the alert become a warning. A warning generally means the severe weather event is imminent and that you must take necessary shelter action. Do not allow students or staff to leave the building. It is safer at the school than to be in a vehicle traveling in the weather. Follow the evacuation diagram posted in each classroom by the doorway. The diagram includes where each classroom should go to duck and cover. Instruct all students to remain in the duck and cover position until danger passes. If a tornado hits damaging your facility or you sustain injuries, call 911. There is a distinct difference between shelter in place and lockdown. A shelter in place warning often is initiated by law enforcement due to an area threat that exists nearby. It may also be initiated by the school administrator. Your facility exterior doors should be locked, preventing entrance. No access or exit is allowed during the period of the shelter in place warning. Business and classes can continue as usual, however, within the facility. Unlike a lockdown, staff and students can remain at their desks or workspaces. Shelter in place may only be canceled or given the all clear by the initiating entity, the school administrator, or law enforcement. In the event of an intruder or active shooter, run, hide, fight are the immediate actions to take. You must decide which course of action is the best and safest for you depending on your circumstances and proximity to the intruder or shooter. Generally, the run, hide, fight action is an option for adults working in administrative facilities as an example. In the event of an intruder or active shooter, schools will always follow lockdown guidelines. If you are in a classroom or office, the best and safest course of action may be to lock down. Secure yourself in the room by locking and barricading the doorway and windows. Stay put until law enforcement arrives and conducts the evacuation. The primary location for the green and red status card is to place it in the classroom's door window and an exterior facing window. If you are confronted by the intruder or shooter, take action. As a last resort, and only when your life is in imminent danger, attempt to incapacitate the intruder. Act with physical aggression. Use any available means, including common classroom objects, to disarm, distract, or delay the intruder. This may include the need to overpower and restrain the intruder. Be committed. Your life may depend upon it. Following is the active shooter lockdown video prepared by the Sioux Falls Police Department in concert with the Sioux Falls School District.
An active shooter is intent on harming people in a confined and populated area. They primarily use firearms and have no pattern to their selection of victims. An active shooter at a school is a tragic incident that can happen anywhere. Being prepared for the unexpected is the first step toward keeping yourself and others safe.
If you solve all 3 correctly, then you get to choose 3 to write down yourself, and then you get to call on somebody else to come up and solve those. Who would like to start? Alicia? Very good. 12 times 2 and 4 times 5.
They just said that the bears have been in hibernation through the winter and they are hungry beyond caution. What do you think that means? Why do you think they're so hungry, Allison?
Because they're in hibernation.
Yep, just 1 second.
This is the office.
Yes, this is Mrs. Brooke. I need to talk to the principal right away.
Mrs. Brooke is on the line.
Oh, this is Mr. Nolan.
I just saw a man walking through the parking lot and he has a gun.
What?
Shh! Sit down!
Dial 911 and call Officer Kimball now.
He's walking through the parking lot. He looks to be about 17 and he's wearing a hoodie and jeans.
Mrs. Brooke, go into lockdown.
We have an emergency situation at Whittier Middle School.
8th graders, I need you to quickly calmly stand up and get in that corner and hold down.
In the event of an active shooter, you have 3 options to choose from. lockdown, run, defend.
Hello, this is Principal Jamie Nold at Whittier Middle School, and we had a teacher report that there's a man with a gun out in the parking lot, and we are going to go into lockdown at this time.
Point at something? That one? Yep, so you go here. Please be quiet.
Students and staff, we are going into lockdown. Please clear the halls and lock your doors. We're going into lockdown.
Okay, we are in lockdown. I need all of you to stand up.
Our lockdown procedure remains one of the best practices to protect yourself and the students. Remember, when locking your door, scan the hallways for passing students and bring them into your classroom. Do not enter the hallway if the threat is imminent and you would be putting yourself in danger.
Stay down, guys, stay down. Head down. I need your head down. All the way down.
Hey, what's going on?
Miss Brooks called, and she saw a young male in the parking lot with a gun, so we did call 911, and we're going into lockdown at this time.
Go ahead and lock down the office. I'm gonna go see if I can find him in the building.
Okay.
If you choose to run, the best course of action is to run away from danger and to your school's alternate evacuation site. As a last resort, if you are confronted by the shooter, you will need to defend yourself and the students. There are many options available to you to delay, distract, and disarm the shooter. All three options, run, lock down, defend, require you to be committed to your decision.
Yeah, point.
Rear. All right, open. Got him.
Go. Ready? Yep. You got it. .684, we're here. Where do you want us?
Go ahead and start clearing the first floor. I'm going to hold tight in the stairway on the second floor.
We're looking for a white male, 16 to 17 years old, carrying a black long rifle of some sort.
What did you see?
The guy chasing us with a gun.
What does he look like?
He's tall, he has a black hoodie.
Okay, where is he right now? Where is he now?
Over there.
Okay, I want you guys to go outside the front door with your hands up. Meet the officers out front, okay? Go. Go now. Go. Go. Go.
I'm not just juveniles and come outdoor, eh?
Contact front!
.678 Metro, suspects down, second floor, shots fired.
Move. Green card left. Green card left. Green card right. Move up. Close door left. Close door right. Close left and right.
are you shot at?
My leg.
Your leg? Okay. We're gonna get you up, okay? And then we're gonna get you some help, all right? Can you walk?
I might be able to.
Okay, we're gonna help you, all right?
Two major procedures will start once the building has been secured. First, Sioux Falls Fire Rescue personnel will enter the site to care for any injured students and staff. And they will decide who needs to be evacuated first.
Moving up.
Bob, ready to move? Okay, slowly.
Right in here, guys.
Hey, guys.
We gotta. Hey, how many more patients do we have?
Just the one at this time. She got a lower left leg.
Go ahead, and we're gonna lay you down. What's your name? Alyssa. Jason, we got a left leg wound. I'm gonna just put some pressure on your thigh, okay? We're gonna stop the bleeding. This is my friend Jason, and he's gonna put a little band around your leg, okay?
Green card, room 203, closed door right.
Let's go to 203.
Stepping up.
Second, after the rest of the students have been evacuated, the reunification process will start.
Teacher, stand up and move towards me, please. Children, and move slowly in a single file line behind your teacher. Once you're in a single file line, put your hands on the shoulders of the person in front of you. Look down towards the ground. We're going to lead you out of here, through the hallways, and out to a school bus. Just follow the person in front of you, and we'll walk with you along the way to make sure you're safe.
Parents and students will be kept separated until both have been identified and matched. Only then will district personnel bring them together.
Thank you for your patience. Tatum Boxa.
Be prepared for this process to take a fair amount of time to complete. The key points to remember are: run, hide, defend, plan and prepare ahead of time. Be aware of what's happening around you. Always know your escape route. Fully commit to your action plan. If you would like more detailed information about responding to an active shooter, please contact the Sioux Falls School District Risk Manager or the Sioux Falls Police Department.
It is not only essential to be prepared to respond in the event of an emergency, but also to prevent or mitigate the potential of an emergency. The Sioux Falls School District has developed a student threat and risk assessment model for high school and middle school students. The intent of the model is to provide timely intervention to both ensure the best learning experience for a student, but also to prevent any possible harmful behavior. The outcome is a safe and secure learning and working environment. Following are key indicators of potential violence. This list is offered as a companion to a full threat assessment. This does not replace school administrators conducting a threat assessment and making referrals. See something, say something, and do something. The list is followed by the student threat and risk assessment model algorithm depicting the process for mitigation and intervention of potential threatening student behavior. Our best means of preventing a potential or real threat is by reporting it to authorities. See something, say something. The need for students, employees, families, and the public to report concerns of a potential or real threat can make all the difference in preventing a serious incident. The most frequent potential threats experienced involve social media postings. Even a prank or joke posted to social media that threatens a hazard or violent act should be immediately reported to law enforcement and district leadership. People typically do not just snap, but display indicators of potentially violent behavior over time. If these behaviors are recognized, they can often be managed and treated. It is important that behavior and discipline actions be accurately recorded on Infinite Campus. Historically, the indicators of potential violence were known by those familiar with the perpetrator. Unfortunately, all too often, nothing was said, no concern was raised to prevent the violence from occurring. See something and say something, do something has been our best tool for addressing potential threats. Report violent acts or threats of violence to your immediate supervisor, law enforcement, or human resources. Regardless of the type of workplace violence, the chances for prevention improve with increased awareness of potential warning signs and rapid response to a problem. Risk management and the district security supervisor are here to support you and your school's safe and secure plans. Please don't hesitate to contact us with your questions about the district Safe and Secure program. This has been a review of the Safe and Secure System response planning, preparation, and priorities for the Sioux Falls School District. Thank you for your support and commitment to a safe and secure learning and working environment. Remember, it is our responsibility to be prepared. Always see something, say something, and do something.